This is Naomi, and I wanted to show you today how to make the two most healing and stable dishes of Ayurveda. These are really the foundational dishes that you would use. It's very healing to the gut, very stabilizing, very cooling to the liver, and in every way it helps to cleanse the body. Let me show you really quick how to make both the yellow Mung Dahl and also the green Mung Dahl. I'm going to show you now how to cook split yellow mung beans. And I always get the organic ones, that's really important. But you can see that they're very small and very unique. This is not a bean you can find pretty much anywhere else except for Indian stores or online. And they're sort of the staple food of Ayurveda. And this is what it looks like. I've soaked it overnight, at least 8 hours, and it's getting ready. I've got it in the Instant Pot container, and I'm just gonna cover it in water and start the Instant Pot. I kind of like mine a little more thick, so I'm not putting as much water. And you can always add water at the end as well. So then, yeah, we put it in the Instant Pot, put the lid on, make sure it's locked, the pressure is sealed. Pick a setting, that's the 30 minutes, and that's it. If you were leaving and you wanted it to be ready at dinner, you can press delay start and then choose how many hours before you want it to come on. Now we're gonna show you how to basically create this spice mixture and bloom the spices for the yellow Dahl. So we start again with ghee, always starting with ghee because ghee helps to emulsify the spices and bring out their nutrition and make them alive and really flavorful. So now we're gonna put in here cumin seeds with mustard seeds. Then I'm gonna grate the fresh ginger into the pot. When the mustard seeds pop like that, it's time to remove them from the heat. I'm gonna grate this ginger into here. As you can see, I'm grating the ginger with the skin on because it's very beautiful, organic, fresh ginger. So it's perfectly usable skin, basically. The seeds are popping and the ginger is getting brown. I'm also gonna add this Kitcheri spice mixture to this oil. If you do cook the turmeric like this, you always want it to be at the end because you don't want turmeric to burn. That's really important. I'm gonna add it now to the yellow Dahl. And you can see it's going to make the yellow Dahl a really beautiful color as we stir it in. Then I'm going to add, the last thing is really salt. Stir it up and your Dahl is ready. And I always put a little lime juice and a lot of times some fresh chopped cilantro on top. This is the yellow Dahl, and if you added rice when you were cooking the Dahl and made it the exact same way, that would be officially Kitcheri. So I'm gonna just show you how to put together the mung bean soup really quick. I'll show you all the spices that go into it to make it the incredible healing broth that it is. These are green mung beans in their whole form. We soak them before we cook them. And I've cooked these green mung. They were soaked overnight and I've cooked them in the pressure cooker. So you can see how they've all kind of opened up and softened. That's really important. And now I'm gonna show you how to spice them. You can have more water or less water. It depends on what you like. This particular thing, we want the broth because it's really healing to the gut lining. Very soothing, and it helps the digestion quite a lot if you have more liquid. So to start to spice it, what I'm gonna do is use homemade ghee. out of grass-fed butter. Put some in the pan. And this is quite a large amount of ghee because it's quite a large amount of beans. These are cumin seeds. So I'm gonna just put the cumin seeds into the ghee as it melts. And then I'm gonna do brown mustard, and then I'm gonna grate some fresh ginger into this ghee as well. I like these rasp graters. These are great microplane graters and they work super well. You can see I'm not even peeling the ginger because this is a beautiful piece of organic ginger with really freshness, so you don't even need to take the skin off. It's clean and beautiful. So I just grate it right in there. And I put the heat on medium because you want this to get, you know, hot and emulsify the spices. Both the cumin and particularly the mustard seeds will pop, which you do want, but you don't want it to be too hot that happens too quickly. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this kind of cook. Sort of bloom the spices, that's what we call it. I have something here called garam masala, which is in the mung bean soup recipe. I made this myself. It's basically equal parts cardamom, cinnamon, black pepper, and cloves. So it's just like a really beautiful flavor and fragrance, but it's all of these spices have very specific digestion effects. They all have incredible, antioxidants and different tastes and flavors. As you know, in Ayurveda, the tastes are really important in the food, as well as the medicinal effect of the spices. So I'm gonna put a couple of good pinches into the soup, and you can just kind of see. Because the soup is watery, you can put spices right in there, and it's also, the water is warm. A lot of times in Ayurveda, they would put the spices in the ghee only, but because it's soupy, you can deliver the spices right into this broth. Next thing I'm gonna do is salt, and I just have like a really good Himalayan mineral salt. So I'm gonna put salt in there. I'm gonna put fresh organic lemon, squeeze a little fresh organic lemon so that it has lemon juice in it. And as you can see, I'm just kind of straining the seeds out. You don't really want the lemon juice to cook. I also like to use, and you can just see how our spices are starting to kind of like get a little more cooked. If you were here, you would smell, and you can see they're starting to pop as well. I also use coconut aminos. Originally, when I learned this recipe from the doctors in India, they put sugar in it. I like coconut aminos because it is sweet, but it's also like a lovely flavor. Just stir that up. And you can start to hear, I don't know if you can hear that, but the mustard seeds have really started to pop. So I'm going to turn that off. Put this mixture into the soup. And then you can see how beautiful that is. And you just want to stir it in there. One more spice mixture that I'm going to put in here, which is really essential actually. They call it Kitcheri spice. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's freshly ground. So it has in it turmeric, cumin, coriander, ajwain, brown mustard seeds. You'll also get the recipe for this. But this is a beautiful thing, and I would always put it in Kitcheri, mung bean soup, any kind of dals. A lot of times you would put this spice mixture into the ghee to bloom, but because it's watery, we're gonna just put it right into the soup itself. This is just kind of easy. That is how you put together the soup. So easy.